Hey everybody. All right. So today I'm going to talk about creating an AI avatar, like from scratch. I'm going to show you what I did today and how easy it is and what tools to use, what tools you want to use, what tools you don't want to use, and the advantages of each one and how to actually go through all of it. So I'm just going to get right into it. And yeah, let me show you what I created. So code screen. See if this desktop audio should come through. So let's hit play.
I'm Xin-Yi Chen, born in Athens, Georgia. Country music taught me how to tell a story. Then I moved to Queens, where hip-hop made me bolder. That's where I became Nova. Southern manners, New York ambition.
So that's just one of the videos. And then if I go into your channel, and here's another one.
I'm Xin-Yi Chen.
Oh, that's not it. I want to do this one. Hey, why is that? That's not working. Let's see if I come here and I want to go to your channel. Here you go. This one. Yep. So there's that. And then obviously the one I just showed you up here.
I'm Xin-Yi Chen.
So the question is, how did I do all of that? Well, it takes time. It's actually not that hard. And I'm going to show you some of the tools that you use. So Synthesia, the original, everyone was using this to create things. This is here.
Look how simple it is to edit the script and even swap avatars.
That's an AI avatar.
Solid choice. Hi, I'm Julia. Nice to meet you.
But you can really tell that that's AI and hasn't got much better. Then there's HeyGen. And HeyGen has actually been used by a lot of people. There's
not a formula. When it comes to setting up your Roth IRA, Fidelity is one of the best places to start. Zero account minimums, zero commission trades, and you can invest in stocks, ETFs, and index funds all in one place.
Welcome to 2130 Santa
Rosa. This one's pretty
in
good.
East Austin. 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,600 square feet, high ceilings, hardwood floors,
and that's using HeyGen. So you got to build those characters. Then, if you're not familiar with 11 Labs, here, watch.
Well, hello there. It's always nice to meet someone new. I find people fascinating, don't you? There's so much to learn just by observing.
So that's 11
I've lived
Labs.
in a few different places, and each one...
And then...
Writing transforms the impossible into reality.
Yeah, that's me. That was trained on me, and that is actually my voice, or a very good replica of it. And this is 11 Labs. This is the best for voice cloning. Without any, there's nobody who's better. Everyone, even the ones I'm about to show you, use 11 Labs. So if you just want to do voice stuff, go to 11 Labs. So I'm going to get rid of HeyGen and Synthesia, and then I'm going to show you. Then there's Descript, which is actually does a little bit more than I realized, and I'm actually learning. So here's one that I created from a video that I actually have out there right now.
Most founders don't have an idea problem. They have an execution problem. They know what they want to build.
You can hear it.
Too many tools, too little time, not enough people. I'm John Mann.
That voice is ridiculous, and that voice is 11 Labs. That's why it's that good. Pretty impressed with that. And then the final tool that I want to show you is this. And I'm just going to show you some of the clips. So obviously, here's the original.
I was born Xin-Yi Chen in Athens, Georgia.
Pronounced the name wrong.
Queens taught me how big life could get. Now I'm Nova. Chinese roots, Southern manners, New York ambition, country stories, hip-hop heartbeat.
It's very rushed at the end, so I
I was
actually
born
redid it.
Shin Chen in
And I don't know
Athens,
what this
Georgia.
outfit is. It's very
Queens
something.
taught me
I
how
don't
big
know.
life could get. Now
But
I'm Nova. Chinese roots.
you get the point. So then, if I close this, then I created this one today.
Hey, I'm Nova. I've got plenty I want to share, but I want to hear from you. What should we talk about next? Drop it in the comments.
Simple, straightforward. And I thought that was really cool. But what was so cool about it is I did all of this in a single tool, which is called Higgsfield. And I'm going to jump to the beginning of it so you can see. This is Higgsfield, and it is amazing. Truly amazing. So how did I create all of that? And let's just go there. So I started with ChatGPT. And let's go into, let's see. Let me organize this a little. Projects. Nope. It's interesting. It's not showing me work. That's fine. Let's do a search for. Oh, there it is. And then let's see. I need to figure out where I did that. Let's see, choose project. Hold on, I'm gonna be right back. All right. So that was built on a local machine and it was not built in the cloud. So we're actually going to do a new one from scratch. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it rather than leverage something I've already done. So this is going to be truly a live performance. All right. So I'm going to get into chat and I'm going to close this. And we're going to do in work, and I'm going to work in a project. These are all the projects I have. Let's do, we'll work in the influencer. Yeah, add project. Task me, that's fine. All right, so let's get into the code. And you can use different versions of this if you want. You could click on advanced, choose a different model. I'm going to use Soul, which is fine, but I'm using ChatGPT 100%. And I'll go with light, actually. So I want to create an AI avatar using Xfield. Let's work on creating her backstory, her history and backstory. You can be as creative as you want. A few rules. She should be between 25 and 35, based in the US, and speaks English fluently as her native language. Let's go. So what it's doing right now is loading a brainstorm here. I'm going to maximize that so you can actually see. I wonder if this will zoom in. There you go. Magnetic adventurer, elegant insider, relatable, reinvented story, warm and perfect, rebuilding her life. I like that one. So let's do that. See. PNC. Yeah, PNC combo sounds great. Sounds great. So the first thing you want to do is passing. Well, obviously I'm going to base her in New York. Chicago. Stop session. Yeah, I gotta go with New York. Can't not go with New York. It's working now. So let's do Charleston. Charleston for hometown, but now based in New York City. So what this is doing is Charleston gave her manners, and yeah, whatever. What brought her to New York? Yeah. Like A with a touch of C. Definitely likes the food scene in NYC. But brand strategist. So what we're doing is creating the character, personality, history, and all of that. So the more you build that, the more you get a more solid character. And here's what it came up with. So what divided her life before and after, family collapse, broken engagement, exposed her family financial trouble, forcing her to start over completely. And that sounds fun. Mentor took credit for her work and quietly pushed her out. Broken engagement. 5 weeks before the wedding. Oh wow, D sounds fun. Good, let's go with D. So we're building an entire character right now. Yep, I agree. That name hit me. Eliza Mercer it is. So now we have a name. And it's building all of this. Now, whole history. So born in 96, so it makes her 30, grew up and restored, increasing expense south abroad, blah, blah. Yeah, this sounds good, but make it more middle class. Not old money, but typical surviving family. Typical family. Let's just do that. Make it more middle class. And now is creating Charleston background for somebody who never ever existed. Oh, she was engaged to Tom. Yes. And a lot of the times you'll just keep going and you'll just say, yes, keep going. And romantic college, intimate, Cobble Hill. Leaning towards Cobble Hill. Oh. See, I'm not even looking. Third floor, so I saw you Warren Brownstown, 1 bedroom. E. So now we're creating the next side of the personality. And then from here, and this takes a little bit, like I said, this is not going to be a 10-minute thing. This is going to take longer than that. So, central contradiction, as long as we deeply known, but designed her life so she never has to depend on anyone. Yep. Occasionally claims we have really secretly dating someone, recently ended in, oh, here comes Ella. Friendship with a neighborhood chef is becoming something more. I don't know. That sounds fine. Yeah. We'll go with D. I like D, but make it a local barista, coffee shop manager, not a chef. There. Steady, quietly funny, warm but guarded, but yeah. Yeah. A and D. For sure. Theo. No. Danny Miles? Eliza and Sam. Eliza and Miles. Yeah, okay, we'll go with B. So Miles isn't really who I would have picked, but it's fine. So now we've actually created two characters in this wonderful story. Beautiful storytelling balanced by wait. Now let's public voice. When she posts or narrates videos, beautiful story balanced by dry human approachability. Yeah, luxury food and status, lyrical observations with understated emotion. Yeah, D. So now I mean, like it takes a while to actually do this right. Elegant, great. Humans dry, yeah. Rebelled with her mother, estranged from her father. Who? Wait, who is Anne? Oh, her mother must be Anne, and her father is Charles. Anne and Charles. Okay, let's see. Her humor is dry and usually aimed at herself. She avoids loud influence from language, etc. Yeah, pretending every experience is life changing, and that restraint becomes part of her appeal. Great. One major beat remains in her backstory. Polite but distant, regular calls, a little emotional honesty. Rebuilding with her mother. Charles still believes his deception was justified. Cautious reconciliation with near silence. I don't want her family to be part of this, honestly. Let her move on. Polite but distant. I mean, this is a lot more complicated than the one I did. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I kind of like A. So now we've actually created what, 4 characters. So we have Anne and Charles, her parents. We have Tom, who is her estranged or her ex-fiance. We actually have the main character, and now we have Priya Shah. How much does our audience know about her past? Revealed gradually. Yeah, sure. full character development in, I don't know, like 10 minutes. Reinvention in New York, lives in Cobble Hill. So one thing I like about ChatGPT over anything else is not only can it create this kind of writing and history and characters, but visual identity. Yep. Yes. Let's keep going. Keep going. And so now we have the characters, and let's review like what it just did. Wow, it did a lot, right? So gave her a name, created her core identity. She's from Charleston, reinvented in New York, currently lives in Cobble Hill. Here's her personality, relationship with family, her best friend, her budding relationship, public story, her voice, and her character arc. Yeah. Yes. Let's do that. So this is the token intensive part because it's actually doing images. Anytime it starts doing image generation or video generation in ChatGPT, it burns through tokens. But yeah. This is going to be fun. The one I did earlier literally created a simple description. This is way more in depth, and maybe it's using a different model. I don't know. But we'll see how this plays out, because what I wanted to do here, while it's doing all of that, what I wanted to do at this point is create the images, because then once you have the images, then you'll create a character sheet from that. After you create your character sheet, then you'll have it generate. I mean, there's a lot of different ways, and yeah, let me show you that. There's a lot of different ways to create characters with Higgsfield, and some are great, some are okay, and some are really confusing. Let me show you. So I'll come back to here and I'll go into here. And if you go into image, right, you can create an AI influencer. You can create an ID character. You can generate a regular image. Like, there's so many. And the question, and then create realistic character swap. So if you have a character you already like, you want to swap them out. Anyway, let me show you the AI influencer one, because that's the default that you're like, I want to create an AI influencer. No, you don't. Here's why. Here was Nova that I originally created. And I started with this, but this wasn't a good creation in my mind. So then what I realized, it is much better to create characters. So if you haven't heard of Rhett Halton, you have now. So Rhett Halton is a country singer from Chattanooga who makes music. You can get his latest album on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever. Anyway, let me go into him, edit cover. So these are all the pictures that were generated. He's not real, obviously. Maybe not, obviously, which is even crazier. But I created all of these images, and then, this is what it's actually creating. Yeah, I got it. For the backstory for Eliza. Southern Warmth. Yeah, it sounds great. And let's go back to what I was doing over here. So, hey, got it. So now we have an image. And then there's me. But you want to make your own character. And what I was able to do here, I'll use her as an example. Edit cover. All of these images, and you'll see numbers, right? 22, 20. What was really cool that ChatGPT did, rather than create 20 something images, it actually created sheets of images. And then I had it break down those sheets of images into individual images. Rather than using tokens to generate 90 plus images, you can actually just click on each one of these and have it break it down. Anyway, so that was actually kind of fun. So now I have that character. I have Red and I have me. And that's all on 11 Labs. So now it's creating character. Let's see. Did it do that in here? Yeah. Oh, it's still AI is locked. It's actually building. Yeah, I like this one. That's more the New York vibe. What do you think? Yeah, I'm thinking this. Collected classic. Yep, C. C. So now we've created a wardrobe and a scene for her, a style for her. So C is locked, wardrobe, olive, navy, Oxford leather, gold pieces. Yep. So now it's building that. And keep in mind, I've only used one tool. I've only used ChatGPT so far. Haven't used anything else yet at all. Now it's going to start generating hair and makeup combinations. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So, sorry, I know I'm all over the place because there's a lot going on right now. Let's get back to image. So what you want to do is you go to image, you go to Soul ID character. It'll take you here. You'll click on create character. And then it recommends that you upload 20 or more photos. So if it's an AI character, how are you going to have 20 or more photos? You're going to have something that will generate 20 or more photos. And the easiest way to do that is the thing that's already creating it. So I'm creating this backstory for this AI person. And while this is going, I can actually come here and I go switch account, view all channels. So as you can see here, Rhett is the musician I was talking about. There's my channel. And then this is my new influencer. But if I create a new channel and her name is Eliza Mercer, NYC. That was her name, right? I just want to make sure that's her name. Eliza Mercer. Yeah, that's good. NYC. And I will, and actually I have the picture. So let me get her headshot. Let's see the beauty comparison. I don't know. I kind of like the lived in texture. Let's do that one. Oh yeah, B. So then if I save image as, whoops. I want to wait until it actually creates. Yeah, that's fine. Copy link. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's fun. Remade family peach, sold ornate. I don't see it. I think I killed it. So can I refresh it? Let's see. I don't see the preview. Preview of the pendant. Yeah. Don't switch to text if you're asking me to describe an image. So I switched to text only choice too early. Yep, you did. Be better. Yeah, one of the things I've learned about AI too is you keep on having to correct it. And even though you give it rules to not do something or to always do something, it still will actually break those rules. It's actually kind of crazy. There we go. So now it's going to generate this. I kind of like the compass. I like the compass. Hey. So let's close that for now. Let's go back to the headshot. Go to canvas. Open an Explorer. So I kind of like this. Save. And we will save it to downloads. Save. Great. So now that I have a headshot that I'm going to be using, wait, what? I need to minimize that. I can close that. And now let's get down to where we're at. Polish and intimate, warm and measured, calm pace, sulfur pulses, paint trail softness, A. 100% A. So now I go into here, I select picture. I go to from computers, upload from computer, go to my downloads, say open. And there we go, and done. Great. So now I just created a channel that I'm going to be using to actually do all the posting. Crazy, right? Great. So that should be good to go. Very friendly. Friday night I grew up hearing noticeably y'all good. Yeah, I'm going to say, hey, yeah. A. So now we're working on the voice. Good, good. All right, it's now complete. Oh. No, we want B for sure. And D to be second. So we're going to create 2 videos here. Yep. Yeah. We'll do it A. Okay, we'll go with B if you reckon. Doesn't really matter to me. So now I'm going to create B. Great. So what I'm doing now, so I don't have a full character, right? I don't have a character sheet. I don't have any of that. But it's actually creating a nice script. Okay. Should I just go into Cinema, Higgsfield, Cinema, post that? I need a headshot and a voice to match. Let's go step by step on creating that for Higgsfield. So a lot of people come to me and ask me questions, and I was like, have you started by asking Chad or Claude? Yeah, we need a reusable headshot. Absolutely. Exactly. So now it's actually going through a Higgsfield, identifying the best way to do it, and then we're going to figure it out. And keep in mind, I'm using light for this. I haven't even touched medium. Cast or soul cast. All right, so let's get into Higgsfield, and we'll do video. Go away. Video. And we will do Cinema Studio. And we want elements. We don't want any of this. This is what I meant by a character sheet, by the way. This is a character sheet of me. All right, so now I want to make sure, let's create a new project. And this is going to be Eliza Mercer. And now let's do it. Yeah. Generate that master headshot, please. So now it's going to create that headshot for me. We're not exploring anymore. We have all of that locked in. So now I have the character defined. So now the next part I need to do is have it generate the character. And then for the voice, it's actually really fun. So I can have the best time creating voices in 11 Labs. 11 Labs is amazing. It's really fun. So if I want to create a voice, and I'll do a voice design, and then it needs a voice prompt. So watch this. This is actually really fun. Great. That's a great headshot. Save image as, and we will do projects. Mine. And I'm going to create a new folder here. New folder. And we'll call it Eliza. Which is actually really funny because Eliza is the original program I used on my Commodore 64 a long time ago. And we'll do Eliza headshot PNG. Save. And then can you give me a prompt for 11 Labs for her voice? So then I come back over here, I upload media, I go into projects, mine, and we will do date modified, and Eliza, and go open. So let's go back into 11 Labs and do this. We do, let's see how I'm doing. Generate voice.
Oh, it's just wonderful to reconnect. I was just thinking about that little bistro we found in Paris last year. Remember the one with the incredible truffle pasta? I still dream about.
Oh, it's just wonderful to reconnect. Oh, it's just wonderful to reconnect. I was just thinking about that little bistro we found in Paris last year. Remember the one with the incredible truffle pasta?
Perfect. And we will call this Eliza Mercer. Save voice. Oh. There we go. Voice completed. Take your new voice for a test drive. Yeah. So now, what I really would do is do this. Oh, come on. Because I'll be able to edit this later. And that's the full. And that's based off of it. So watch this.
3 years ago, I moved to New York with 2 suitcases, 1 professional contact, and a fairly convincing ability to pretend I had a plan. I had recently ended an engagement and left the family business where I thought I would build my career. The hardest part wasn't that the business was failing. It was learning that people I trusted had hidden how serious things were because they thought they were protecting me. So I came here determined never to need anyone again. Which sounds empowering until you realize that independence and isolation can look remarkably similar from the inside. New York taught me that starting over rarely feels brave while you're doing it. Mostly, it feels expensive, inconvenient, and occasionally very lonely. But it also taught me that a life doesn't have to look the way you planned for it to still become your own. I'm Eliza. I work in luxury branding, spend far too much time thinking about restaurants, and collect places that make people feel considered. This is the life I built after the plan changed, and I think I'm finally ready to show you around.
That was amazing. So now that I have that, I'm going to download that. And I am going into Project Line Eliza. We will call this. And I give this a name that makes sense. Welcome. Naming conventions are always hard. So let's keep going. So there we go. Save. Great. So now that that's saved, I have that voice. Let's come back here. We have this as the headshot. Let's do an audio. I'm going to upload an audio that I just created, which is this one. Oh, it's a minute. So what I want to do, I'm going to actually do this into 2 different videos. So actually I would probably do it into do that and then do a 50 and a 50 or a 30 and a 30. I mean, that should do it. So let's see.
3 years ago, I moved to New York with 2 suitcases, 1 professional contact, and a fairly convincing ability to pretend I had a plan. I had recently ended an engagement and left the family business where I thought I would build my career. The hardest part was 3 years ago, I moved to New York with 2 suitcases, 1
So-
professional contact, and a fairly convincing ability to pretend I had a plan. I had recently ended an engagement and left the family business where I thought I would build my career. The hardest
So what I want to do is actually cut out that last part. So, oops. And I think I want to do it at the 12-second mark.
3 years
So what I'm
ago, I
doing
moved
is
to New York
editing
with
it.
2 suitcases, 1 professional
So it's a
contact,
clean
and a
cut.
fairly convincing ability to pretend I had a plan. I had recently ended an engagement and left the family business where I thought I would build my career.
Too much.
3 years ago, I moved to New York with 2
This is the part that
suitcases,
sucks.
1 professional contact, and a
'Cause you
fairly
can't do a
convincing
full
ability
minute
to pretend
for-
I had a plan. I had recently ended an engagement and left the family business where I thought I would build my career.
No, that's not good.
3 years ago, I moved to New York with 2 suitcases, 1 professional contact, and a fairly convincing ability to pretend I had a plan. I had recently ended an engagement and left the family business where I thought I would build my career.
Perfect. So we'll do that one to start. Okay, so now I have the scene. So got the voice. Let me give it the voice. Here's the voice. You can lock this in. You can lock this in. So we have the voice now. Now I think the next piece would be I need to create. What do I need to create? Now I need to create the actual video. It's a voiceover setting up Higgsfield. Yep, got it. So I got that. That's all good. Okay. I have the reference headshot uploaded. I have the headshot and the welcome MP3 uploaded. I can only do 30 seconds. So I'm breaking it down to three videos that I can splice together at the end. The first is ending at career. Give me a script to upload for the video for the video. I don't even need to make it even more complicated than that. A lot of times people want to add all of this additional detail and criteria and guardrails and specificity and all of that. And I was like, just give me a script that creates so I can create the video. Yeah. Yeah. So that I need full description for the video. Camera, lighting, etc. I have the script ready. Sorry. I need a full prompt for the video. So this creates all this. So now I need to tweak this so it actually has the identity anchor and the uploaded and audio 1 as our exact vocal identity. Yeah. Don't I want some sound effects and maybe some background music? This is the part that, yes, but very subtly, the should feel intimate, not silent. There you go. All right, so now I've updated the prompt to actually match what I want. I have the headshot, I have this, so let's see what it generates. And because this is YouTube, yeah, I'm running out of credits because I've been playing. I'm not gonna upgrade. We're gonna only be able to do one video, but this is the entire process. And then after you get that video, I'm gonna show you, you can upload it. If you want, you could go into Descript and tweak it. This is actually really good for tweaking existing videos, pronunciation, and things like that. To do that, what I did, that's why I used 11 Labs. I would actually use 11 Labs, create a voice, then generate a Descript voice on that from what 11 Labs created. And then from the Descript voice, I can actually edit it. So, and I'll show you what I mean. So if I didn't like this part, I can literally highlight it in Descript. I can click on regenerate, and then I can actually change whatever it's going to be. And this is actually really cool. And it will, I don't have enough. I'm not going to make any edits because I don't have any more credits, which is fine. But that's what you can do in Descript, and make sure you actually have a voice, and you can actually add an AI speaker to the project. These are the two that I've created already. I would create a new one for Eliza, and we should be good to go. But when this finishes generating, we're gonna all watch it together, and then I'm gonna upload it to YouTube, and at that point I should be good to go. And that will be the conclusion of this live stream, because that literally takes you end to end from this is actually a little bit more than I wanted to. Generally I would have all of this prepared, but this is raw, no editing. As you can see, there is no, the one I did before I did on my actual laptop and not on my desktop, and because of that, here, I'm going to let this generate and I'll talk to you for a sec. And because of that, it wasn't in the cloud, and that was on me. So therefore I couldn't share it, and I couldn't show you exactly what I did on that account. I think there's a way to actually move a project from ChatGPT to the cloud, but I haven't done that yet. Anyway, all of that being said, you watched me do this from end to end. Created a new channel on YouTube, created a headshot, created a background, created an entire background story, generated a voice. Now that I have a voice and a voice prompt, created a prompt for that first video. It's actually generating that video right now. And that is the end to end on how you actually create things without having a real character behind it. It's, like I said, it's not easy, but it's not complicated. It's relatively straightforward. And because of that, people are creating these all the time. So now I'm going to have, let's see, 4 different channels that I'm running through YouTube. And one thing that's really nice about AI is it never needs a glass of water. It never needs a sip. It never needs to clear its throat. It's pretty clean on production. So let's see what it does. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. And you can actually, let me go back to this, sorry. And down here, you can actually create multiple versions if you want 4 versions of it. I don't. I just want to see what one does. Keep in mind, the more versions you create, the more credits you're going to use. But from everything I've used HeyGen, I've used Synthesia. Descript. So back to Descript. One of the things I didn't know it could do now, I'm pretty impressed with this, is, let's see, media library. Yeah, got it. Learn Descript. Personal. You can actually create a new project, and you can create a video project in Descript. And you can create with an AI speaker, which is crazy. So with Descript, what you can actually do, it's not going to let me do it because I'm out of credits. But these are the voices I've already created. Right? And yeah. So I can create, here, I'll use Nova. Choose speaker. And then it can actually create the avatar for me. Or I can actually upload the image of, I don't think I have her on here. No, I don't. Actually, you know what? Cancel. Let's go back. And you can select any one of these avatars if you really wanted to, right? But let's choose an AI speaker. And let's see if I can create one. So let's, AI speakers, here we go. So a new speaker, and this will be Eliza. Eliza Mercer. Confirm. And here's the thing. So this is actually what it allow visiting the site. This is actually great, but this is what it needs you to write. So what I do is I actually copy this, and then I go into 11 Labs and paste it here, and then download that, and then come back here, and then I upload that file. And then that will actually give me the exact voice from 11 Labs. So here, watch, I'll do that. So what I would do while that's creating it, let's see if I can do this. And this is just, I want Descript to create. Oh, you can't copy paste this, by the way. Oh, I wonder if I can do, this would be amazing. Boom. Boom. And can you pull the text from this image? Perfect. So now I can actually copy it. I can go in here. I want to save this. How do I don't want to mess with this one. I've downloaded it. Eliza, all of that's good. And I guess I have that script somewhere. It's fine. So I'm going to paste this. And then I click on generate speech.
I want Descript to create an artificial version of my voice that I can use to create speech that sounds like me. I am training my voice by reading the following statement. Imagine a big blue ball spinning in space. That's our Earth. On it, there are tall mountains, deep oceans, and huge forests with animals. In cities, people talk, play, and work. We all have different voices. Some people speak softly while others are loud. Every day we tell stories, ask questions, and share jokes.
Done. So now I download that and I save that as descript.mp3 under Eliza. Then I come over to Descript and I click on choose file and I click on Descript and I say open and I click on submit. It's authorizing. So it's actually verifying speaker authorized. So now I have Eliza. And now if I go into home, go into personal, new project, and I'll just do an audio project. Write AI speech. And I don't want to use Cedric. I want to use Eliza. And then I can literally type in whatever script I want. So where's the script? Here, we'll just copy this. So now if I paste this in here and I play it, Eliza career. I don't have enough AI credits. Oh yeah. So it would generate it if I had more credits, but that's how you do it. All right, let's see how the video came out.
3 years ago, I moved to New York with 2 suitcases, 1 professional contact, and a fairly convincing ability to pretend I had a plan. I had recently ended an engagement and walked away from my family's hospitality business, the place where I had always believed I would build my career.
Not bad.
3 years ago, I moved.
And that is not a real person, not a real scene, and it's talking headshot in her apartment in Cobble Hill. So now I will download that and save that as Career 01 MB4 inside the Eliza project. And that was awesome. So now I want to reference this. Oops, cancel. And now let's do go back to chat and go okay. Okay, ready for the second script for Eliza. And I want to, let's go back to the full script. That's a headshot. Now I just want the full script. Where did that go? Real linker. And here it goes. The hardest part. Okay. So let's. Okay, ready for the second script for Eliza of that video. Need let's give me a full prompt. Give me a full prompt of for the second part of that video. Should be it's pretty good. So that's Higgsfield. So I can keep that beginning. I already have that. So let's add another reference. Videos, load media, career, open. So now it's going to upload the video. I mean, I think I shouldn't have to upload it. I think I can click on generations and it'll actually be here. Yeah. So I can just use the ending of it. So there's a reference. I don't even need, even though I uploaded it, it's part of the generation, so I don't need to technically re-upload it. Right now it's saving this. So what I'm doing now is going to create the consistency that everybody wants. It's pulling it in, checking for eligibility. And then, great. And then I want to do this. And I don't need any of this anymore. And I can reference that segment. Video. And now, let's see the rest. I'm doing 16:9 for this. So is good for YouTube. Just so it remembers that it's 16.9. Lighting, composition, and camera. So that's what I want to copy. Paste. I got the references, I got the voice, I got the references to those voices. Everything else should be good. So now I should generate. I am out of credits. Are we really surprised? Hold on. All right. Because I'm so inspired, we're going to create some more. So now we'll see how this actually links. It should be the exact same thing with the new script, and it should be the second part of the script. After this, I'm going to call it a day because, yeah, there's been a lot. So I'm doing this 16/9%, so it's good for YouTube. Let's keep that as the consistency for now. As we move forward, we may create more 9:16 for Instagram or YouTube Shorts. And that's it. This might take a while for it to generate. It's almost, yeah, it's about to be 6 o'clock. But this is my end-to-end creation of an AI avatar and creating a channel on YouTube. If you want to see how to upload it to YouTube, it's really easy. So let's here, I'll go to mine. So there she is. I want to switch accounts, and now she's going to be here. Manage videos. Great. And now I'm going to upload a video. Select file, and it will be the very first one. So now I'm uploading that video, and we're gonna a little career shift. This is my first YouTube video, and after my engagement ended, I needed a little change. So here I am in NYC. Thanks for watching. I think this is going to be a place for me to tell my story. My southern roots, Charleston. My family stuff. We all have it. And even more. Let's learn about each other. There you go. So Good AI used. Tell us more about your video. Show more. There we go. Was AI used? Absolutely. Automatic places. Language is English. That's what I need to do. English. Recording date. It doesn't really matter. Remixing, sure. Anybody can comment. Great. Age restrictions. Yeah, I don't want kids don't need to watch all that. Show less. No playlists. That video is great. Needed a little change. That's YouTube. Completed checks. No, it's not made for kids. I don't need any of that. No copyright issues because it was just made. And then public. Publish. 31 seconds. And there, I now have a video. So now when this finishes generating, it'll be the next one. And then we should be good to go. But you see how that works. Cool. So let me get back to it. That's end to end. That's how you do it. All the way to uploading to YouTube. Here, I'll even improve it just because everyone's like, well, show me. So if I refresh this page and I click here.
3 years ago, I moved to New York with.
Whoops.
3 years ago, I moved to New York with 2 suitcases, 1 professional contact, and a fairly convincing ability to pretend I had a plan.
That was weird.
I had recently ended an engagement and walked away from my family's hospitality business, the place where I had always believed I would build my career.
That was weird that the video wasn't synced. So, never seen that before. Trim and cut.
Three years ago, I moved to New York with 2 suitcases. 3 years ago, I moved to New York with 2.
That's crazy. So let's see what it looked. Maybe it was the video I uploaded. So let's see what the video is.
Three years ago, I moved to New York.
Yeah, that's fine. So it looks like
3 years ago, I moved to New York.
I wonder if I can split this and move the audio. But it lines up starting right here.
And a fairly convincing ability to pretend I had a plan. 1 professional contact. And a fairly convincing. I moved to New York with 2 suits.
That's bad. Okay, now I have to fix that because that's just not right. So let's delete this, delete forever, cancel. I want to come into this and I want to copy this. And then I want to delete this forever, delete forever. Great. And then I'm going to upload the video, select file, career. That was crazy. It just out-synced it. A little career shift. Now it's not made for yet. Show more. AI use, yes. Next. That's fine. It's doing the checks. Let's see how this one looks.
The hardest part wasn't that the business was failing. It was learning that people I trusted had hidden how serious things were from me because they thought they were protecting me. So I came to New York determined never to need anyone again. Which sounds empowerable, until you realize that independence and isolation can look remarkably similar from the inside. The hardest part.
That's fun. So let's download that one. And this is hardest part. 1 MP4. Save that. And now let's see. It did it again. Oh, great. Sorry. Disability.
3 years ago,
It
I
did it
moved to
again.
New York with 2 suitcases, 1 professional contact, and a fairly convincing ability to pretend I had a plan.
So now I want to try something crazy. I'm going to go into DaVinci. So these are the things that everyone's like, oh, you can do it in 15 minutes. I'm coming up on 2 hours already. And keep in mind, I did this from scratch, but it's a lot, right? And then those little details matter, right? The fact that it's not in sync. Why did YouTube, you saw the video, if I played it locally, it was fine, but YouTube messed it up. And the question is why? But let's get back into, so file, new project, and do Eliza, create. And then let's go into media, and then go into, don't worry, I'm going to show you. I just want to get everything there. So Eliza, there. And now I'm going to drag it in career. And the hardest part. All right, so now let's see if I do edit. Great. Sorry. And we're back. So now I'm in DaVinci, and now I'm doing the hard part because AI or YouTube or something was messing with the syncing, and I don't understand that at all. But let's bring this down into here.
Three years ago, I moved to New York with 2 suitcases, 1 professional contact,
and a fairly convincing ability to pretend I had a plan. I had recently ended an engagement, the place where I had always believed I would build my career.
Now let's bring this into here.
The hardest part wasn't that the business.
And let's do a transition. So if I go into edit and then filter video transitions, I'll do a cross dissolve, and we want it right there. Let's move that. Cross dissolve. Oh, didn't want that. I don't want to dissolve. I want a video transition. That would be isn't this fun? Yeah, so DaVinci is pretty amazing, by the way. Band white. Yeah, I don't want that. Next white. No. Box twist. No. No. Where's your traditional smooth cut? Oh God.
The hardest.
I don't know why that's not working. Let's see. If I click here. Oh, that might work. Let's see. I might have done it.
The hardest part wasn't that the hardest part was.
I don't like that at all. Let's just see what it looks like.
The hardest part wasn't that the business was.
You know what? That's fine. So then now that I have that, oh my gosh. And then I go into deliver. I do custom export, video, single clip, MP4, all of that's good. Let's put it in Liza. And we will do full edit 01, MP4, save, add to render queue, and then render all. So now it's rendering all that. And it's going to zoom in, it's going to pop out just fine. And that should be it, completed. So now if I come in here, I open this, and I hit play.
3 years ago, I moved to New York with 2 suitcases, one professional.
Okay, doesn't like APV. So let's do 264. Azure render, replace. Done. So now
3 years ago, I moved to
Okay.
New York with 2 suitcases. So I came to New York determined never to need anyone again.
Okay, so that's great. This is fun. So now if I go back into my channel content, I go into details. It's not ready yet. So I'm not gonna do that. Edit, cancel. I want to edit draft. Details. Settings. How do I change the video? Can you not change the video? All right, let's just try it again. So I come back here. I want to copy this because I really like that. Come back here. I'm gonna delete forever. Understand. Delete draft video. Upload video. Select files. Full edit. Open. I wonder if it does that, but that's fine. Little career shift NYC. All of that's good. No, it's not made for kids. Yeah, I don't care who watches it. There's no profanity. Great. Select from video. And then this should select the video frame, and then we should be good to go. Didn't expect to do a little class in DaVinci too, but sometimes YouTube does some crazy stuff. So I don't know why it was not parsing it correctly and why it was doing a delay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try that AI thing and let's see if it actually fixes it. Oh, this is going to take longer because it's a longer video. Getting cancel that. But let's watch the video. Oh, now it's ready. Select from video. Done. That's good. No, it's not made for kids. Great. Great. Back. Wow, once you upload a video, you can't delete it. It's really crazy. You think it would be able to, especially in a draft. Like drafts, you should be able to. Maybe there's a way, and I just don't know what I'm doing. Great. So that's good. Let's see.
3 years ago, I moved to New York with 2
Perfect.
suitcases, 1 professional contact, and a fairly
All right. So now I'm going to publish it. Minute 01. Good. Done. So now if I come here, view on YouTube.
3 years ago,
There you
I
go.
moved to New York with 2 suitcases,
What a
1
hassle.
professional contact, and a fairly convincing ability to pretend I had a plan. I had recently ended an engagement and walked away from my family's hospitality business, the place where I had always believed I would build my career. The hardest part wasn't that the business was failing. It was learning that people I trusted had hidden how serious things were from me because they thought they were protecting me. So I came.
All right, I think we're good to go. So there you go. End-to-end, complete creation of an AI avatar, uploaded to YouTube, created a new channel, did it all through Higgsfield, did a little bit with 11 Labs, did a little bit with Descript just to show you how that worked, and a lot of it with ChatGPT. And that's all it takes to actually create it. And then once you have that framework, you can actually generate a bunch of videos because now you have a character, you have all that character backstory done, and then you can reuse that voice and everything else will just work. So that's all I had for today. Took a little bit longer than I wanted, and it's fine. You actually saw the raw footage, exactly what you'll run into. Even the editing and how I did things in DaVinci to actually do crossfades and things like that. So probably got more than you asked for. All right. You have a good one, and let's try and do this weekly. I will see you next week. Have a good one. Bye.